column multiplication. 3 digits by 3 digits. So for example, we could do 465 multiplied by 123. So again, we rewrite this as 465 multiplied by 123. Now we start by hiding on the second number the hundreds and tens. So we'll hide these two now. So we're actually turning this into a 1 digit by 3 digit multiplication. So we start by doing 3 times 5. 3 times 5 is 15. So I write 15 below. 5 goes below and I carry my tens. So 3 times 5 is 15. 15. Okay, so that's the first one done. Secondly, I've got 3 times 6. 3 times 6 is 18, which I'm going to write below. But firstly, I add my remainder, which is here. 18 plus 1 is 19. So I write my 9 below, and I carry my tens. So 3 times 6 is 18, plus my remainder of 1 is 19, which I've written here, 19. Lastly, for this digit, we've got 3 times 4. 3 times 4 is 12, which I'm going to write here. But again, firstly, I add my remainder of 1. So 12 plus 1 is 13, which I'm going to write here, 3 there, and carry my tens. So 3 times 4 is 12, plus my 1 is 13. 13. Now, there's no more numbers to multiply the 3 by, so I can bring this final remainder up. So we've now worked out that 3 multiplied by 465 equals 1,395. And now that line's done, I can get rid of these remainders. So I'll write that to the side. That is 3 multiplied by 465. So that's my 3 done. I'm now moving on to this number here. This number here. Now it looks like a 2, but actually it's a 20 because my units column is here and my tens column is here. So it's actually a 20. So I want to start off with 2 times 5, which makes 10, but it's actually 20 times 5. So to make this work, I'm going to start by putting a 0 in the units column, because 20 times 5 is not 10. So I start by putting a 0 here, and I now do 2 times 5 as normal. 2 times 5 is 10. So I put a 0 down for the 10, and I carry my tens. So 2 times 5 is 10. And hopefully you can see now why we put the 0 down, because 20 times 5 is actually 100. As you can see, we've got 100 here. Hundreds column is here. 20 times 5 is actually 100. So I've done my 2 times 5, which is 10. Next I do my 2 multiplied by 6. 2 times 6 is 12, which I put down here. But firstly I add my remainder, which is 1. So 12 plus 1 is 13. Put my 3 down there, and I carry my tens. So I've done 2 times 6, which is 12, plus my remainder of 1, which makes 13. 13. Finally, for this 2, I've got 2 multiplied by 4. 2 times 4 is 8, which I'm going to put down here. But firstly, I add my remainder of 1. 8 plus 1 is 9, which I write down here. So we've now done 2 multiplied by all these 3 digits. So we're finished with the 2 now. We've worked out that 20 multiplied by 465 equals 9,300. So I'll write this to the side here. That's 20 multiplied by 465. So I've done my 3, I've done my 20 now. Finally, I've got this 1, which, as we know, is not actually a 1 because it's in the hundreds column. So we've got units, tens, hundreds. So it's actually 100 multiplied by 465. So rather than starting with 1 times 5, which will give me 5, I want to move along. I want to put, because it's 100, 2 zeros, I want to put 2 zeros down to start off with, 0, 0, and then carry on as normal. So I now have 1 times 5, which is 5. Hopefully you can see now this works, because 100 times 5 is 500, which we now have down here. So 1 times 5 is 5, 1 times 6 is 6, and 1 times 4 is 4, which goes down here. So this number here is 100 multiplied by 465. So write that there, that's 100 multiplied by 465. Now I don't just want 3 lots of 465. I don't just want 20 lots of 465. Neither do I just want 100 lots of 465. I want 123 lots of 465. So I add these 3 together. 100 plus 20 plus 3 makes 123. So I want to add all these 3 answers together to get 123 lots of 465. So I'm going to add these together now. 5 plus 0 is 5. 9 plus 0 is 9. Now I did actually forget to get rid of these remainders. Always cross these little remainders out after you've used them, because you don't add them in the final addition. So we've done 5 plus 0 is 5. 9 plus 0 is 9. 3 plus 3 plus 5. Start with 3 plus 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 plus 5 is 11. So I put my 1 for my 11 down here, and I carry my 10. So I've got 3 plus 3 plus 5, which is 11. 11. Next, I've got 1 plus 9 plus 6 plus 1. So we start with 1 plus 9. 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 plus 6 is 16. And finally, 16 plus 1 is 17. So I put my 7 for my 17 here, and then my 10 for my 17 there. So 1 plus 9 plus 6 plus 1 is 17. 17. Finally, I've got 4 plus 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. And that's my final answer. So 123 multiplied by 465 gives me 57,195. Which I can write up here as well. 57,195.